Hello viewers, welcome back to my talk show. Today we are going to discuss on online screen time. Online screen time, how much is too much? With children's remaining indoor, the parental restriction on online screen time is all gone for a task. More virtual classes happening online. Children are hooked to TV, laptop or phone for the source of entertainment because they are not able to go out. We all worry that this could lead or have ill effects on our eye. Survey which was conducted by Times of India says there is 100% increase in online screen time ever since the first lockdown was implemented. The OLX survey says that 84% of parents have high anxiety regarding this online screen time and fear the ill effects on the eye and the health. So, welcome, ma'am. Today we are going to talk on online screen timing. Here we have with us Dr. Vasumati Vedantam. She's a leading ophthalmologist and a chief doctor from Radhatri Mitralaya. To go with her biodata, oh my God, it is so big. I can go on and on. But to keep it very short and crisp, she has won 15 gold medals both on her UG level and her post-graduation level. She was the best outgoing student both during the MBBS and MD period, and she has won Rakesh Sharma Memorial Award for being the outstanding performing student in her college. She is a philanthropist, a very good Rotarian, and she conducts a lot of free eye camp. And there a project which I feel it is very close to my heart is called as a Bala Netra. Through her NGO, to her trust, she screens people or children who are prematurely born from the government hospital every day and finds out and brings those children to a hospital and performs free laser surgery to them. So she has won several awards for her service to the society. Welcome, ma'am. So today I'm going to ask you some questions and how we can help our children and parents to combat this online session and with regards to online screen timing. So first I would like to ask you as what is your take on this online screen time and what would you like to tell us?
First of all, thank you, Dr. Santosh Kumari, for this wonderful initiative, and very happy to be part of this actually. And being a parent myself, I understand, how difficult it must be for all of us. We have been so careful about the screen time that we give our children, and now it's like they are totally
No
free now
choice.
from our
Yeah,
clutches. So
yeah, no choice.
you must be aware that the World Health Organization actually forbids us to give any sort of digital device to a child less than 1 year of age till the fontanelles close. And
Okay.
from 2 to 5 years also, it does not recommend more than 1 hour of digital time. And beyond 5 years also, we have to be very careful about the number of hours that the children use the digital devices, preferably not more than 1 to 2 hours per day. That's what it says. But now the online classes have, we really cannot control, and it's definitely we are looking at 5 to 6 or sometimes even 10 hours if you include the
Yes,
online
very true,
tuition
ma'am.
and the coaching classes. So it's like literally about 10 hours of digital time. So definitely the ideal would be 1 or 2 hours, but considering the circumstances, we are looking at about 5 to 10 hours of digital time.
So how can we, something this we cannot control because this is going to be the new norms for some period of time. I don't know how long, maybe 3 months, maybe 6 months, and we cannot really cut down on the screen time because that is what is the new norms as far as the cases come down and all. So how we can minimize the ill effect on eye at the same time continue to have online version of the classes, whatever they are doing.
It's a very relevant question actually. For computer professionals, what we do is we recommend what is called the 20-20 rule. That is, for every 20 minutes of digital work, they take a break for 20 seconds and look 20 feet away, preferably at something green. This is to defocus their eyes from the close distance of work. But that is not a practical scenario when it comes to online classes. When you're looking at each class, maybe 40 minutes to even 1 hour, depending on if children ask
Yeah.
question, it may extend up to 1 hour. So what we have come up with a solution is at least 5 to 6 minutes They have to have a break after every hour of online class. They have to necessarily get up, take a stroll, walk around, see something else, use the restroom, whatever. But they have to get up from that place every hour. They have to move physically, as well as their eyes have to be defocused. So that would be a practical solution for the online classes.
So once the class is over, parents should encourage that they walk out for some time,
Yes,
so that
yes,
they are at least going around and they
yes,
are not glitching on to the laptop for
yeah.
some time. That is the very valid takeaway, because we cannot sometimes, and when they're screening, they're looking to the screen for a very long time. They forget to blink sometime because
Yes,
they're so lost.
exactly. Yes, yes.
So
And
the
blinking is
second,
so important. Blinking
okay,
is so
blinking.
important to resurface the fresh tears. So they
Okay.
must blink.
So how can we early diagnose the symptoms of dry eye, or the child has been having too much of screen time, so they are, what are the symptoms which as parents we can find out so that we can start an early intervention?
So as parents, we must be vigilant if the child has, red eyes, or they continuously scratch the eyes, or basically complain of headache, and they become moody, restless, irritable. In fact, irritability is one of the earliest signs of computer vision syndrome and digital toxicity in children, because they cannot, really tell. We attribute it to teenage and all that hormonal influences, but this is a very important thing which parents must look out for. And I would suggest that, considering that online classes would be here to stay till for another even 5 to 6 months, then every parent should actually, ensure that their child does not need to wear glasses. Because even if there is a small cylindrical power, what may not be significant when it comes to a school, may become significant, considering that the school is now in the house and in front of the system. So that cylindrical power, if uncorrected, is going to disturb the child's, vision. So just make sure that your child does not need to wear glasses by getting your child checked up once. And if in case your child needs to wear glasses, the child must wear the glasses necessarily whenever they use the computer.
So the takeaway point is, please note, if your child is getting irritable very soon, very fast, and throwing temper tantrums, and you don't know the reason why, this could be one of the effects that yes,
Yes.
the screen time is increased for a very long time. And ma'am, as I was doing my research, I also came across this: your physical activity decreases your incidence of having myopia. Is it true, or what is your take on it?
Yes, yes, definitely. I mean, scientific research from Singapore and other Asian countries. In fact, Singapore has one of the highest incidence of, myopia in children in the world. Now, Singapore and other Asian countries did a very good study, in which it was clearly proved that when children play for a longer time, get exposed to sunlight and fresh air, the incidence of needing spectacles is definitely decreased. And they also have to sleep well. All is attributed to a hormone called the dopamine, which
Okay.
actually, regulates all this. And it's definitely a scientific fact. In fact, we also encourage our children and tell the parents to decrease the screen time and encourage them to play outside. Very, very important.
So yeah, so now see, because of the social distancing norm, we are not able to send the children outside. So
Yes.
what would be an ideal solution? You have to increase the physical activity, at the same time they cannot go out. So in what way we can inculcate some physical activity in the home itself, so that they can, avoid the screen time, or do some physically active, it like an exercise or a dance or a game that will help them children. What is your take on it, that, ma'am?
Terrace walking, terrace
Okay.
exercises. Plus, in
Okay.
apartments, you have beautiful walking spaces.
Right.
And even the streets, if you wear the cloth mask in the early morning or late evenings, there's not many people around, the child can just walk in the same street. So, and
Yes.
also
So
limit cycling.
okay. Limited cycling and street walking can be encouraged in children's,
Yes, yes,
provided it is
definitely.
not crowded, because that will give
Yes,
another good thing, that they are going out of the house. You do not have to
yes,
restrict them always into
yeah,
the house. Encourage them stepping out a little bit of the house, by like a little bit of walking, cycling into your street would encourage some physical activity. At the same time, it will reduce the stress in the children. Another point what I want to ask is, ma'am, as I was doing my research, because I was very apprehensive with this online class and increase in screen time, I also came across the fact that there are something called as blue eye glasses, which will help children to, decrease the effect. Are they effective? Can we use it, or do you recommend them?
Not exactly. They actually basically, I think what you're referring to are anti-reflective
Yeah.
lenses, which even computer professionals use in front of the system. Or there are special brands of lenses which are blue blocking lenses, which block the blue light from the mobile and the computers. And a simple thing what you can do is most of the computers and the mobiles nowadays have a blue light shield enabling option. So when you enable it, automatically when the computer gets switched on itself, it will tell you the blue light shield option is enabled. So that itself will cut off the harmful blue rays, so which sort of dry the eyes and create allergy and all that. So
This
that
is a very interesting point, man. I wasn't aware that the computer screen itself comes with something called as
yes,
blue light
any of
filters
us
blockade.
have. Yeah.
Yeah, so the parents can make use of the step that you have
Yes.
something in your computer which can block the blue rays effect on the child, so you can switch it on. And ma'am, one more thing, how far should the digital system be from your eye, like your mobile phone or your TV or your laptop? You know, how far should it be kept so that you can minimize the effect of rays onto your eyes?
Mobile phone about 1 feet distance,
1 feet,
mobile phone,
okay,
and systems 24 to 25 inches from your eyes
okay,
actually. And it's
24.
very important that when you sit, the top of the monitor should be 6 inches below your eye level. That you have to see the monitor like this, not see like this,
Like
straining
not
your
like that
eyes.
or not like
Yeah,
this. It should
yeah.
be six
It
inches
should be
below your eye
6 inches
level.
below the top of the monitor, so that you know how
Okay,
I'm seeing like that. That should be the
okay.
posture. So that is
So
the
your eye
ideal.
should be in parallel to your screen, or it should be something like looking down.
Just a bit above. The top of the
Okay,
monitor should be six
okay,
inches below your eye level. So I will
okay,
gently flex my neck and look down. So
okay.
that is
Got
how
it,
it
got
should
it.
be. And even the way the child sits is very important in the chair. The backrest should support the child right from the hip to the shoulder blades. Preferably, the small of the back should also be supported. And there should be a 90-degree angle between the thigh and the lower leg. And the feet should firmly rest on the ground. So that is
Yeah.
very important.
So
That
this
the
is a
lower
very,
seat
very valid point. Yes, you have to sit erect with your spine
correct
erect and your foot completely, lying on
on
the
the
floor,
ground.
relaxed, so that
Yes,
you're not straining your neck and putting extra
yes,
strain on your
yes,
eyes.
yes, yes.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Another thing which I will like to ask is, can you give us some tips, so that we can restrain the strain on the eyes, or some home remedial tip, anything which you think as a parent we can encourage, or
Definitely, definitely. I would encourage every child to do palming. Palming is you just rub your hands, palms together nicely, cup your
Mm-hmm.
palms like this, and close your eyes like this.
Okay,
No, like this. You can cross and then close your eyes. Yes, and cup
okay,
your palms. Cup your palms so that
okay.
there's no pressure on the eyes. Yes, exactly. And you can
Okay,
keep two pillows under your
okay.
elbows over the
Elbows.
table,
Okay,
over the table, because you can't keep it like this, your hands will pain. So
okay, okay,
over the
okay,
table you can keep two elbows, cup your
okay,
palms like this,
okay,
cross over, close your eyes,
okay.
and keep on the pillows over the table for about 10 to 20 minutes. It's fantastic. It
A
relaxes
very
your eyes.
simple
Everybody can
exercise.
do it. Yes,
It's a very
exercise
simple
is.
exercise. Yes, ma'am. Finish it off.
Yeah, palming I feel is best, because if you tell a child, to do eye exercises like rolling your eyes this clockwise 10 times, anti-clockwise 10 times, what is all recommended in yoga, they will never do it. So
Yeah,
at
yeah,
least
very
palming, if
true.
you can, if you can convince them to do it, then actually when you do palming, you can feel the heat which emanates from the palm to the eyes, which sort of relaxes your eyes and prevents dryness.
Yeah, because I see that the teachers, when you have the preparatory session, they give some eye exercises. But my daughter eventually doesn't do it. So this could be a very, very
Yes,
useful tip. Just cross your eyes, put it over your eye, and rest your elbow so that they can have a relaxed feeling. At the same time, the
yes, yes.
strain on the eye can be reduced. Very useful
Yeah.
tip, ma'am. And to quickly wrap up, these are the 5 or 7 pointers which they can take away home. That these are the things you can do. And if you feel that you have these symptoms, it is necessary for you to meet an ophthalmologist. It would be great, ma'am.
See, point number one is now your classroom, which is actually your bedroom of the child.
Yeah.
So the
Right.
lighting should never be onto the child's eyes, preferably
Okay.
suspended from the ceiling. The lighting should fall on the monitor and the workplace. So that is the lighting.
Okay.
Seating,
Okay.
a comfortable chair, as I already told you, supporting from the hip to the shoulder blades, feet firmly on the ground, 90-degree angle. So that's how the seat should be. The table should be such that when the child places the monitor or the laptop in front, it should be at a distance of 24 inches, and the top of the monitor should be 6 inches below the child's eye level. So these three are very important. If the child needs to take at least 5 to 6 minute break after every 1 hour of online class, take a stroll, go physically move about, and defocus the eyes by looking into a distance. And also, it is important that if the child has any power, if it has been checked and the child is needing glasses, the child must compulsorily wear the glasses, when it is used, when he or she is using the system. It's very important. If the child has not been tested, then the parents, it's better that they get the child tested once, because the online classes are here to stay for the next 5 to 6 months. And also an anti-reflective monitor, either in the form of glasses for the anti-reflective glasses for the child, or preferably in front of the monitor, or the enabling of the blue light shield option, as I told you. And these are the most important points. And lastly, the seventh point, last but not the least, whenever the child complains of any red eyes or irritability, mood swings, headache, anything which is out of the way, better to rule out a simple eye problem, and digital strain before thinking of anything big.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
Yeah,
As a
welcome,
doctor,
pleasure.
I got so much of takeaway from this episode of, how to help my children to have a better vision at the same time. We cannot, do anything about the online version of the line which is existing. And since it is going to be there for at least I don't know, maybe for 6 months, these tips would definitely help parents, and it has taken a lot of anxiety away from me. And thank you so much for your time. I know how
Welcome.
busily been running the whole day today, visiting three hospitals, to serve those underprivileged children. Thank you again. It was a pleasure
Thank
to
you.
have you on our show, ma'am.
Thank you, Dr. Santosh. Take care of yourself also. Bye-bye.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you so much. Bye, ma'am. Have a good day
Bye.
and please stay safe.
You too. Bye.
Bye.